"Sir, my mom didn't wake up," the little girl said. The billionaire turned pale. "Show me now." Rain hammered the city like 1,000 frantic fingers tapping at windows, begging to be let in. Inside the tall glass tower of Asteron Industries, the workday had ended hours ago, but one man still sat beneath the cold white lights of the 48th floor. Alexander Hale, billionaire, CEO, and a man the newspapers called the Frost King, stared at the spreadsheets on his screen with the emotionless focus of someone accustomed to shaping the world with a signature. He preferred numbers. They made sense. People did not. A soft sound, too light to be a knock, too hesitant to be intentional, broke through the mechanical hum of the office. Alex frowned and looked up. A girl, no older than 8, stood in the doorway. Her shoes were soaked, her hair plastered to her small face, her pink jacket dripping rain onto the marble floor. "How did you get in here?" Alex asked sharply. The girl shrank at his tone, but her eyes, big, brown, frightened, stayed locked on him. "Sir, my mom didn't wake up." Something in her voice, thin, trembling, but braver than a child should ever have to be, hit him harder than any business crisis ever had. Alex stood abruptly. "Where is she? Who are you?" "My name is Lily," she whispered. "Mom worked, on floor 11. Janitor team. She didn't come home, so I came to find her. I found her in the supply closet. She won't wake up." The words spilled out in a broken rush, as if saying them too slowly would make them real. A coldness that had nothing to do with his reputation spread through Alex's chest. He grabbed his coat and moved toward her. "Show me," he said. The elevator ride felt impossibly slow. Lily stayed close to him, though she never touched him, her small hands clenched into fists at her sides. She stared at the floor as though it held the answers she needed. When the doors opened on floor 11, the hallway lights buzzed faintly. Cleaning carts stood neatly against the walls, though one had toppled, its contents scattered, proof of a child's desperate search. "Where is she?" Alex asked, his voice quieter now. Lily pointed to a door half hidden behind a storage rack. Alex approached and pushed it open. There, on the concrete floor, lay a woman in a gray janitorial uniform, dark hair splayed like a broken halo, face peaceful in a way that made the room feel colder than winter. A bucket lay overturned beside her, the floor damp where water had spread. Alex's breath caught. He knelt down instantly. "Call 911, he said. I don't have a phone," Lily whispered. "I tried to get someone, but nobody was here." He looked at her small trembling form, soaked and exhausted, and something inside him twisted. He pulled out his phone and dialed emergency services, giving clear, sharp instructions. When he finished, he checked the woman's pulse. There was one, weak, but there. "She's alive," he said gently. Lily's legs gave out and she fell to her knees beside her mother. "Mom," she whispered, touching her hand. "I'm here. Please wake up." Her voice cracked, and for the first time in years, Alex felt the sting of emotion pressing at his throat. Paramedics arrived within minutes, loading the unconscious woman onto a stretcher. Alex stayed beside Lily, answering questions, giving access to the building's internal logs, signing off on emergency authorization forms without hesitation. His presence surprised the responders. Billionaires didn't usually stand in janitorial hallways during crises. When they lifted the stretcher, Lily grabbed her mother's sleeve in panic. "You can come with us," one paramedic said gently. But Lily hesitated, and turned to Alex. "Sir, will you come too?" Alex froze. No one asked him for comfort. No one reached for him. He built his world so they wouldn't. Yes, he said after too long a pause. "I'll come." Lily's small shoulders relaxed, and something in Alex's chest softened. At the hospital, doctors confirmed what the paramedics suspected: exhaustion, dehydration, severe anemia, and fainting from overwork. She would recover, but only if her conditions changed. Lily hovered anxiously by her mother's bedside, one hand clutching the thin blanket. A doctor pulled Alex aside. "Are you a relative?" "No," he said. "Her employer." The doctor's brows rose. "Then I'll be direct. This woman has been working double shifts for weeks. It's unsustainable." Alex felt the words land like stones. He knew his company employed thousands. He knew the janitorial contracts were outsourced. He knew efficiency metrics and cost-cutting reports. But he didn't know her. He didn't know the woman who had fainted in a supply closet while scrubbing floors 9 hours into an unpaid overtime shift. Lily appeared at his side again, as if drawn by gravity. She works so hard, the girl said quietly, though no one had asked. She always says I should study and be like the people in the tall offices. She says she'll take care of everything until I grow up. She swallowed. But she never sleeps, and sometimes she skips dinner to save money for my school stuff. Alex felt the final wall inside him crack. What's your mom's name? He asked. Maria. Lily, he said, lowering himself to her level, your mother is going to be okay. She needs rest, and I'm going to make sure she gets it. Her eyes widened. You promise? I do. It startled him, how easily the words came. Hours later, after Lily finally fell asleep against the chair, Alex sat in the dim hospital room and looked at Maria's pale, tired face. He thought of the board meetings, the quarterly targets, the endless chase for growth. Numbers he never questioned, but behind every number was a person like her. A person whose child wandered into a skyscraper alone at night, begging a stranger for help. The shame was sharp, precise. When Maria stirred slightly, Alex stood. She didn't wake, but her breathing evened. He looked at Lily again, sleeping curled up in her too small jacket. Without fully understanding why, Alex pulled off his coat and draped it over her tiny shoulders. For the first time in a long time, he felt something unfamiliar yet grounding. Human. The next morning, long before sunrise touched the city, Alex sat with his laptop in the hospital hallway. His assistant nearly screamed when she saw the sudden flood of emails. Contracts were to be rewritten. Janitorial teams were to be brought in-house with full benefits. Overtime policies were to be audited. Scholarship programs expanded. He signed every order. When Lily woke, confused but warm, he knelt beside her with a gentle smile. Your mom is stable, he said. She'll wake soon, and when she does, her life is going to be different. Lily blinked sleepily. Because you changed it. No, Alex said softly. Because you did. Her small hand reached out, and this time, he didn't hesitate to take it. In that quiet hospital room, with the monitors beeping softly, a billionaire who once cared only for numbers discovered a truth far more valuable. Sometimes, it takes a child's trembling voice to wake a sleeping heart.